Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another episode of The Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys checking today's video out. And I got thinking about one of the things that I've sort of maybe gotten away from a little bit here on The Fishing Teacher is keeping the information really basic, because that's really why I started this channel. I wanted to create a channel that had information for the people that are sort of starting their journey into fishing, into bass fishing. And given that it's like everybody is at a different level, it's like I like to equate your life as a bass angler similar to like somebody building a house. It's like, some guys are just getting started laying their first brick on the foundation, and some people are getting ready to finish the whole house, and everybody else is in between. And that is a journey we all go through. We all start somewhere and have to get up. So I want to try to keep the information here on The Fishing Teacher geared to those people on the way up, although you never do stop learning. So what I wanted to do in today's video, guys, is I sort of wanted to give you guys some of the basic foundational steps on what it takes to become a good angler, because there's certain things that are like non-negotiable that you have to learn about and you have to do and accomplish. And so obviously I could do an all-day video on this, but I want to talk specifically about one thing that you can do. We'll do more of these type of videos, but I want to talk about one thing that you can do like right now that will really expedite and accelerate your learning and getting better at a certain technique. When you're learning a technique out there, it's like everybody wants to be a versatile angler, because versatility is the key to being consistent. So one of the ways that you really get good at something, what doesn't matter what it is you have to commit to that particular technique and learn about it. And the biggest piece of advice, guys, that I would give, say, I don't care if you're wanting to learn how to fish a jerk bait or a swim bait or a jig or a crankbait or whatever, when you're in that process of really wanting to learn that particular technique, the next time that you go fishing, don't take anything else but the lure and the rod that you want to learn about. Let's say, for example, that you're not very good with a shallow running square bill crankbait. The next time you go fishing, take a box and put like 10 or 15 square bill crankbaits in it. Take 2 rods that are designed to be fished with the crankbait out in it, and don't take anything else in the boat. That way you are forced to look for the type of water to fish that technique in. That is how you get good. You don't get good, like for example, at a square bill crankbait, by going out fishing and having all your tackle with you and fishing a square bill crankbait for, an hour and never having any success on it. And then you put it down and you pick up something else that you like to fish. You've got to make a commitment to a certain particular technique. And the good thing about, like with YouTube, there's so much information out there as far as on anything you want to know about it, any lure technique or, strategy or whatever, you can find something about that. So take some time to assimilate that information before you get out there. But there's nothing that can equal the actual physical time on the water. It's like, I can tell you, for example, how to fish a jerkbait. I can tell you how to work it, how to put action on it and that type of stuff. But until you're actually out on the water and you feel what that is like, it's like you feel the tension or the pressure on when you jerk a jerkbait. That there's a muscle memory that's created there, and you feel what it's like when that fish hits that jerkbait. I can describe it to you, but until you actually feel it, it doesn't quite equate. So don't ever think that that your time, surfing YouTube and stuff like that is going to equal to immediate fishing success, because you've got to be able to apply that out there on whatever it is. So guys, be prepared. I'm telling you right now, bass fishing, you hear me say this a lot, bass fishing is the most difficult sport out there, simply because there's so much to it. You've got so many different variables. Now, unless you like fish farm ponds and you just walk around the bank throwing a spinnerbait out there, which is a lot simple. Yeah, something like that. It's not as complicated. But when you start getting into larger bodies of water and dealing with different elements like current and wind and maybe tidal influences, light intensities, different factors that contribute to fish doing stuff at different times, you're never really going to be a well-rounded angler until you get out there and experience all those situations. And I know one of the things about fishing, guys, is that everybody has a limited amount of time. I know it's not like we all have, we can't just go to the lake every day and fish. If you do, you're probably pretty fortunate. But most of us have jobs and families and other other responsibilities. So you really have to maximize the time that you do have on the water. So that's one of my biggest pieces of foundational advice, guys, when you want to learn. Do your research on it, watch your YouTube videos, then get out there and take nothing but that particular lure the day that you're out fishing, or maybe for 5 or 6 trips. If you want to learn how to fish a square bill crankbait or whatever, make a commitment that the next 5 trips you go fishing, that's all you're going to do. And you're going to understand, the wobble of them. You're going to understand, how different sizes of them react different, how they feel different, how they deflect off of cover, wide range of things out there. So anyway, guys, hope that helps out. Just a few tips. Thanks again, everybody out there that has been supporting the Fishing Teacher here by using the links I put in the description. If you guys want to give back to the channel, best thing you can do is subscribe to the channel and use those links. And that's a really good, much appreciated thing on my part. So much appreciated, guys. Thanks.